Hi, this is Peter Darts Clairvoyant here, and I'm doing your astrology reading here for Aquarius for April 2020. So, Aquarius, April 2020. I would say, right, so you Aquarians at the moment, I've got you being sort of a little bit awkward, a little bit sort of criticizing, and it's like I just feel so at the moment. It's like I feel so you're getting sort of frustrated with certain people. So it's like you could be moaning at them, criticizing them, whatever it may be. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel to a point you've got every right to be, because I can feel certain people winding you up a little bit. But it just feels so as you sort of get through sort of halfway through April, you'll find the energy calming down. But it's only calming down because you're pulling back. So like the situation hasn't changed, but you're pulling back and you're analysing the people that you're connecting with. So it's either they're winding you up, or they're not happy with you, or you're not happy with them. But either which way it is, there's an imbalance between you and certain people that you're connecting with. So this is something now I feel as though you've got to sort of sit back now and focus on how you're going to get the balance right and changed. Because what you've got to be careful of is, if you don't get these certain things changed, it's going to be affecting you as you move forward, and it's going to be causing problems. And the more it sort of goes on, the more sort of unstable things become. So you've got to start facing things head on. Even if it isn't really the changes that you want, it's like something's got to be done. It's like I feel for too long, I feel so certain people you've been connecting with, you've just not been quite in balance. So it's either you've got to distance yourself from those people or walk away from them and start afresh. But I just feel as though it's got change. Or you've got to keep quiet and just sort of have a peaceful life and not let things get to you so much, and perhaps try not to wind other people up. But I'm not saying that's the case with everybody. That's more to do with the ones that are perhaps more at the beginning of your star sign. Now, the ones that towards the end of your star sign, I just feel as though your confidence is growing a little bit and feels that that's good. And I can see you getting a little bit more adventurous, especially on the personal side of life. But then you've got to decide, are you connecting with the right person who's giving you that adventurousness? And now that's either sort of to do with life in general, travel, passion, whatever it may be. But I just feel so if you're not getting that sort of enthusiasm, that passion, that adrenaline, it's like it's not working for you. It's like you're getting bored. And I just feel as though you can really connect with certain star signs, and some star signs can really wind you up. So I think really what I'm talking about here is more to do with relationships. And you've got to be connecting with that right person. So the right person can really sort of balance you out and give you what you're looking for. But then also you've got to be careful, are you winding each other up? Because that's still sort of coming through a little bit. So it's difficult. And I just feel so, you Aquarians can be very, very set in your ways, and you want everything to be just so. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's how you're connecting with other people, and it sort of affects you. So in other words, you don't want to be on your own, you don't want to be awkward, and you don't want to be upsetting everybody, else otherwise it's going to affect you. So somewhere along the line, you've got to get this balance where you're getting what you want, but you're also in balance with the people that you're trying to connect with. And it's very difficult. It's like it's a very funny month for you, Aquarians, and it might not be a good month to sort of rock the boat and make big changes. I think sort of around about September time for you is the time for you to start to make some subtle changes in your life. So between now and September, you're in this sort of trying to find your way a little bit, and it's really, really difficult and it's awkward. But I feel for one or two of you as well. I feel so, especially who are single, I just feel so you're going to meet somebody new. And I just feel like whether you're sort of single or with somebody, but you're not, perhaps not in a good place. And it's like you're looking for that excitement. And I feel like somebody could come in and give you that excitement for a bit. But I get the feeling if it comes in this month, you're not really meant to be with them. It feels like it could just, this connection could just last for a month or a bit longer. But I feel like it's good because it lifts your energy up. It sort of really gets you focused. And I feel like you're getting something out of it, not just to do with sex, but it's like it feels though they're talking to you and they're listening to you. And I just get the feeling, it's almost like I feel like they're kind of counseling you a little bit and putting you on the right path. But I feel like they're really good at what they're doing. And sometimes they might not even realize what they're doing for you, but I think what it is, it might just be a bit of fun for a month or whatever, but they really do like you, and I think they do really want to help you and put you on the right path. So I feel like if you can listen to them, what they're trying to say to you, and take snippets out of it, it could really help you to get back on track. So whether it's to be sort of get back on a track that are your relationship that you're already in, or to get back on track to find your true partner. Now, I'm not saying every Aquarian is going to sort of connect with some other person having an affair, but even whether it's an affair for a short period, or it's a relationship that's just coming in and you're single and you're moving on. But like I say, it's not getting fit for everyone, this isn't. But I just get the feeling you get something out of it. And even if one or two of you might find this might not be a sexual connection, it could be just more of a mental connection. There's some kind of physical, intravenous kind of connection here coming on. And it just seems to make you tick up here, makes you think about what you're doing and where you're going. It's like they're really getting into you sort of mentally, and I think it's good. So I just feel so, just see where all that unfolds for some of you. Now, talking about relationships, those of you that are single, like I say, I feel so you will find somebody new, but you need that right connection. And I feel so if you're born at the beginning of your star sign, you need that physical contact that really sort of gets you motivated and excited and all passionate. And that really works for you. Yes, you need other things into it as well, but I just feel that side of life really sort of makes sense to you. But those that are born towards the end of your year, I feel so, yes, that's important as well. But I feel like if you don't connect with the right person, you can wind each other up and have arguments and disagreements, and that's not good. And also, one or two of you could be thinking about connecting with somebody from the past. And you know what? That could be quite exciting as well, especially if you're single. But you might find the person that you want to connect with isn't single. But I also feel like, as if to say, they're not in a very good place. And I feel like they remember what it was like with you, and it was good and exciting, but there was also things that are not right. But I also feel as though you have mellowed out a little bit, and I think they'll see that over a period of time, and I think they'll come closer and closer to you, and they could give you what you want. So, interesting, very, very interesting. I think relationships for you Aquarians over the next sort of 6 to 12 months are going to be very, very interesting. But I feel like your confidence has got to start to grow, and you've got to start going out there now and getting what you want. Or if you are happy where you're at, then you've got to start getting it to work right, because things are so up and down at the moment. It's just like something's just not gelling, and it's got to be sorted. And also when it comes to money, I just feel so some of you do like spending money, some of you do like hoarding the money, and that's okay. But I feel like you're also quite happy to take the money off other people sometimes. But I just feel so now you've got to start to being a bit more logical when it comes to money. Money isn't everything, and it isn't the be and the end all. So it just feels so, yes, you need to make yourself safe and secure, and also you need to make sure you've got your right income coming in that you need to live. But I just feel so, just try and hold on to the money a little bit now and look after it, but don't hold it too tightly. And then as you get this balance right with money and finances, you'll find yourself being a lot happier, a lot more connecting with people, and you'll be better off for it. So don't be too tight with money. Don't feel like you've got to get everything with money, and just try and just look after it. And as you get that balance right, like I say, it will really, really work. It almost like it'll be a different you coming out because you're more balanced with the finances. Okay. Now, also, I feel so when it comes to career, I feel like some of you are stuck in a rut a little bit, and it is a great time now for you to make changes. But I feel so one of you, two of you, are sort of like in the middle of your star sign, kind of overlapping from the beginning to the end. I feel like you're sort of trapped in a cycle where it just feels though you're not in a good place. But I just feel though sometimes it's like you need to just start to sort of settle yourself down a little bit and stop looking backwards, because when you look backwards, it's like life hasn't always been easy for you, Aquarians. And I feel like now you need to find your confidence. And then as your confidence comes back, you can grow and you can make things happen. But those at the beginning of your star sign, I think you can be quite settled. And those at the end, I feel like you're ready for new things to come in. So it's time to get out there, push yourself forward, and just start believing in yourself. When it comes to health, keep an eye on your mind a little bit. I've got you feeling drained, suffering with a little bit of depression maybe, or a little bit of anxiety. But I do get the feeling very drained and tired. So even if it isn't anxiety or depression, you need to rebuild your energy levels. And then as you do that, you'll feel better. So connect with your health, your diet. And when it comes to diet, it doesn't necessarily mean it's dieting, but it could just be down to eating properly, drinking properly, sleeping properly, building your strength up that way. And I feel like as you do that, it helps to motivate you moving forward. So onwards and upwards. When it comes to family, I just seem to be drawn to sorting personal finances out a little bit, and also connecting with family and trying to make amends with them and trying to get family to integrate with your family. And sometimes it's easier said than done. It's like bringing two outside sources together and we just repel, we don't connect sometimes. But I just feel so just try and get it to work a little bit, but don't try and control everything. And then I feel like as you do that, you'll be fine. But whatever you do, don't worry too much what other families are doing. Focus on your own unit, and that's what you need to be doing. And as you do that, you'll feel better for it. So I hope all that's made sense. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I wish you well. So tune into your next one. Thanks very much. Bye bye.